I'm teacher Oakley. Sorry, I'm starting a minute or so late. I couldn't get my camera to work, and I know that you want to see my beautiful face. Okay, so now you can. In any case, here we are again, same time, same place. Gonna do that TOEFL thing. So come on in. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, a couple students just joined, and I must say, awesome pictures. Hi, you guys. Hi, Gree. Gree, how are you? Gree, are you there? Okay. Gree. Oh,
Yes.
there you are. Okay. Hi, how are you today? Hello, Gree.
Fine. Fine,
Okay.
thank you.
I really love your Google picture with your giant hat, your sombrero. Es mucho. Your hat. Woo. In your picture, I love it. It's great. Okay. Anyway, Gree, talk to you later. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. We'll talk to you later. Hello, greetings. Pablo, hello, are you there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thanks. You're coming in loud and clear. How are you today?
I'm doing good, thanks. How about you?
Good, thanks a lot. Where are you from, Pablo?
I'm from Argentina.
Argentina, excellent. Very good. All right. Good. I love having a nice diverse class. Pablo, do you have plans to take a TOEFL test?
Actually, I'm not sure what that is. I just joined today, so I'm pretty new.
Oh, okay. Well, we're preparing for the TOEFL test. It's a standardized English skills test, which people take in order to get into a university in an English-speaking country, or perhaps to get a job in an English-speaking country. Or sometimes people take it it looks good on a resume to show that you have a certain level of English speaking skills. Okay, so that's what we're doing today, and we're going to do listening. But today, a little different. Instead of listening to audio, I'm gonna have students do a little reading, a little role play. I'm gonna have students read some dialogues for the class. Hopefully, everyone has downloaded the documents which were below the class description. If so, then it'll be a lot easier because it's very difficult to read the screen share. I can share the document, but if you have the document, it's going to be much easier for you. Okay, I see a few new faces, so I'm going to go around and say hello to everyone. Paulino. Hello, are you there?
Hello.
Hello, how are you today?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm fair to middling. Have you ever heard that expression?
No, never heard that.
Okay, well let me type that one in because that may be a new one. Fair to middling. We use the expression fair to mean slightly below average, and middle is average.
Okay.
Fair to middling. Well, about average, but maybe a little below. Kind of tired. And for some reason, my chat box.
Okay, a little below the average.
Oh, actually, a little below. I'm a little tired, but I'm okay. Thanks for asking. Where are you from, Paulino?
I'm from Brazil. I live in a city called Piracicaba, countryside of São Paulo, in Brazil.
Well, that's a mouthful. Okay. Sao Paulo? Oh.
São Paulo, yeah.
Yeah, well, of
Yes.
course. Oh, of course I know Sao Paulo, big city. Um, i- is everybody else's chat box working? Mine is.
No,
Mine is
not
not.
working for me.
Mine's not.
Yeah.
Only Thiago can write.
Thiago, you cynical. Thiago. I hate you. You know that, right? And I say that with a smile. I hate you. Yeah, you know I love you. Hey, Thiago, how you doing?
How are you doing, Oakley?
I'm okay.
Fine, thanks.
I'm jealous of you, obviously. Hi, Ratsa. Good to have you back, of course.
Hi, Oakley.
Hey. Hey, Alessandro. Nice to have you. How are you today?
Hello, Chad. Fine, thank you. How about you?
Fair to middling.
Yeah, I can feel your positive voice. You always spread positivity in the class.
Yeah. Yeah, well, when I'm saying fair to middling, I think in Spanish, I think you might say así, así. Comme si, comme ça in French. Comme si, comme ça. Así, así. So. Like
Poco
that.
poco in Italian.
What's that? Say again?
Poco poco.
Toco?
No, it's poco.
Poco.
I'm not able
Poquito.
to write in the... Yeah, I like
Yeah, I know.
poquito.
Poco.
P-O-E-O. Poco poco.
Poco. Isn't that strange? What an odd thing, you know? English, so. Spanish, así. Come si, come sa. Poco. Why is it like double? What was that, Paulina?
Mais ou menos in Portuguese.
Mais o menos.
Spanish.
Más o menos en mi país también.
What?
Más o menos. En
Más
español.
o menos. Más o menos.
Yes.
Okay.
Something like more or less. Something like
More
that.
or less. Oh, okay.
But
Interesting.
it is something in human being. Yeah.
All right. Very interesting. Very cool. I like it. Thanks for sharing that, guys. More or less. All right. Okay. Hi. Hey, Fernando. Are you there? Hello. Good morning, or probably good evening, where you are.
Exactly. Good evening here in Colombia.
Okay. Hope you're having a good evening. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Oh, good. Thiago has volunteered to be my personal secretary for the day. Sucker! You're gonna regret that. Okay. All right. Very funny. Okay. Jose. Hey. Hi, Jose. Howdy. How are you? How are you today?
Fine, thank you. And you?
All right. You know, poco.
Okay.
Where are you from, Jose?
I'm from Mexico.
Mexico. Okay. Viva Mexico.
Yes.
Yeah,
Viva Mexico.
Mexico. Yeah. Right. Hello, Juan. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you, man?
Well, you know, más o menos. You know.
Poco.
I'm okay.
I'm from Colombia.
Colombia. Okay.
So here I am.
So here you are. All right. Well, welcome to the class. Okay. We've been doing TOEFL listening all week. I'm happy to see all you guys. Obviously, a nice, friendly, happy group. Hooray! And we've been doing TOEFL listening all week. Today, we're going to continue. I've just plumb run out of audio, so we're going to actually be reading some transcripts. So hopefully you downloaded the transcripts, which were below the class description, because I'll have students do a little role play acting, a little bit different, and read the transcripts, and then we're going to look at some typical TOEFL listening questions. that have to do, of course, with the transcript.
So,
Oh.
you can use.
Sorry?
I'm sorry, I was reading the
Practicing. Oh, Alessandro's warming up. He's getting into his stage. Okay, okay, we call that, he's getting into character, all right? When an actor starts feeling their role, they're getting into character, they're taking on the persona, the feelings and emotions. Oh, I'm trying to chat. Tiago.
Exactly.
Tiago, getting into character. Yeah. Okay. Very funny. Tiago, actually, very good. Tiago has typed in break a leg. This is interesting. This is an idiom which we use for, in particular, for acting or singing, performing. To wish someone good luck, we always say break a leg. It's actually bad luck to say good luck. So you always need to say break a leg. All right, so everyone break a leg. We're gonna, let's put on our actor faces. I'll be Sean Connery. I love Sean Connery, by the way. Sean Connery is just way too cool.
It's amazing.
Well, he's just the coolest guy ever, you know. And you know, he's so good with the ladies. I wish I was Sean Connery. He's so smooth. It's ridiculous.
Like James Dean.
Yeah, but James Dean is dead.
He was cool back in his days.
Back in his day. Yeah, all right, good phrase. Back in his day, he was pretty cool. Absolutely. All right, so I'm going to need a male student and a female student, and I believe Alessandra has already volunteered to be the male student. Okay, and it appears I only have one lady here.
Me.
Me? Jose? Oh, boy. Okay. All right, buddy. You got it. You're on. All right. Jose will be playing the part of the female student. Excellent. All right. I love you guys. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Hopefully you have the docs and then do your best acting job. Alessandra, when you're ready, go ahead.
Sure. Should we go through the whole conversation or just a part of it?
I'll do the whole thing. I want to feel this.
Okay. I'll do my best. So, here we go.
Yeah, Alessandro. Whenever you're ready. Oh, I'm sorry. Everyone else, except Alessandro and Jose, everyone else, turn off your microphones. We're going to be listening to them. This is a listening class, so turn off your microphones. Pay attention. And perhaps make notes if you have pencil and paper or electronic notepad. Make some notes because we are going to be doing some questions about what we hear. Okay, Alessandro, I give the stage to you, sir.
Action.
Sorry, my microphone.
Okay, you say action.
Okay, and 3. Okay, in the movies they never say 2, 1. They say 5, 4, 3. Action.
I can't believe it. Professor Blake gave me a C on my biology test.
Of course he did. You only...
Wow. What happened here? I've got 2 actresses. Yeah. Gree, thank you so much. And you know what? I'll let you do the next one. But Jose has already volunteered.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. So Gree, next time. Okay. We'll get you next time. So Jose, okay, you're doing the female student part. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Of course he did. You only answered 80% of the questions right. Next time, maybe you should consider studying without the television on.
But I wasn't watching it. I really was paying attention to my notes and the book and stuff. I'm just the sort of person who needs white noise in the background in order to concentrate. I mean, I'm usually good at biology.
Oh, my sister says she's like that.
Okay, so you know what I mean. If I'm in the middle of a quiet room, every little noise is distracting. It's like it's magnified. I mean, amplified. Whatever. If the radiator starts making little noises...
Boy, how old is the heating system in these old dorm rooms anyway, huh?
Yeah, really. Or someone is having a conversation in the hall and he comes in through the door. I just start fixating on it.
I get that, but is it a good idea to use the television for white noise? Don't you get distracted if something funny comes on, you know, or interesting?
Sometimes, I guess. But most of the time, I can focus just fine, I think.
Huh, alright. But, you know, though, you can use other things to drown out noises, like my sister. I'm not making this up. She had an old fan, it made kind of a hum when she ran it.
Those old fans do.
Right? A steady sound, rhythmic, not loud, and it turned out that if she put it on, it was soft enough that she could think, and loud enough that the little distracting stuff in the background, like she couldn't hear that.
I just bought my fan new this year. It's a quite kind.
Well, sure, I was, you know, just giving an example. In our psychology course last year, didn't they say that learning the radio into static is okay too? For people who need white noise, I mean.
Static on the radio. You know the hissing sounds that makes? I'll never get any work done.
That's if you have it at normal volume, with trial and error. You might be able to make it softer so it doesn't annoy you, but loud enough to drown out other stuff. Like my sister's fan.
I guess.
It has to be better than the television. Just look at the biology score again.
Don't make me, please. Yeah, I mean, you may be right. I'll see how it works studying without the television.
Oh, something else I just thought of.
What?
Well, you were talking about the radiator, and I don't remember which class it was, but we were told that people find it harder to concentrate when they're in a warm room. It helps if the temperature is a little on the cool side, sharpens your concentration.
I do get Dorothy when the radiator's on full blast, but the radiator in our room but the radiator in our rooms aren't very easy to control. It's not surprising after they have been used so many years, but
I'm with you there. You could always try cracking the window, though, or maybe wearing fewer layers of clothing. It might be a little uncomfortable, but it's your grades we're talking about after all.
good.
Yay. Okay. Very good. A round of applause, please, for our wonderful actors. Yay. All right. Terrific. You guys, I expect to see you in the movie soon. All right. Coming to a theater near me.
Directed by?
Yeah, by me.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, right. And script written by TOEFL. Okay. All right, terrific. Just before we get into the questions, I have a couple notes here. Just a couple things. You guys did a terrific job. I loved the expressive intonation. Very nice. Just a couple small things I want to about the pronunciation. I think at some point he says fixate. Okay,
Yes, I was not able to pronounce it.
Right, I can't find it now, but you fixate on something is the word.
What does it mean?
When you become, if you fixate on something, you're concentrating on it to the point where you're ignoring everything else. Like if my wife is trying to talk to me while I'm watching Manchester United beat the hell out of Chelsea, I'm fixated on the TV, and I don't even hear her. I'm just staring at the TV, watching. Oh yeah, here he comes. He's in the penalty box, and she's talking, but I'm fixated on the TV. I don't even hear her. Okay, like that.
Focusing, right?
Focusing, yes. Yeah, extra focusing. Very good, thank you. Yeah, really focused. To the point where you're ignoring everything else. Another one was drowsy.
Drowsy.
Like sleepy. Drowsy.
Okay, drowsy.
Uh-huh. And last one is radiator. It's an A. It's a long A sound. Radiator.
Radiator.
Okay. Yeah. Radiator, that heating thing, that block. Now, the other thing, which is just, I'm glad I shut off my microphone because it makes me laugh, and I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing because it's so difficult and it's never taught. Fillers like and all right, but though how do I teach pronunciation for that? It's ridiculous. I laugh because I laugh at myself. Things like UH-HUH, Chiago. It does have a pronunciation. There is a way to pronounce it, but it's ridiculous. Of course, if you're reading it, how are you going to know how to pronounce it? And it's very difficult to teach.
So it was Oh, it was.
Well, UH, and then dash HUH is Sure, like in agreement. It's like saying yeah. Yeah, I got you. And UH is like
Oh, okay.
Thiago. You're not. I'm gonna fire him. He's not much of a secretary. You dash into a. Oh my God. Never mind. Okay. All right. So let's do the exercise. Let's do some questions now. Okay, Juan. I'm gonna start with you. Juan. First question, and very normal. You're going to be asked what is the main topic or what is the main concern. So, Juan, what is the man's problem?
Wait a second. I had some troubles with the internet, right?
Oh, okay.
Wait a second.
You want me to come?
Can,
all right.
Sorry?
Okay, so.
I can't read it.
Okay. I'll come back to you, Juan. Try to figure it out. All right. No problem. Pablo.
Yep.
Hi. So let's look at the first question. Very common, very normal in TOEFL listening. The first question will be about the overall topic. So what is the man's problem?
The main problem is he was unable to concentrate during the biology test.
Does anyone disagree?
I do.
You do. Okay. And why?
Because he was not doing the biology test, he was studying, I guess. For the test.
Really? I thought he was studying for the biology test. Wait a minute.
Yeah, he did study, but he couldn't really concentrate.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was trying.
He had the television on because of the white noise.
Okay. So the biology test has already happened,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Oops. Hang on. Where am I here?
He actually got a C on the biology test.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So the biology test has already occurred. So that's a past problem. So what? This is another trap question, Rasal, your favorite. What is the man's problem now? So this question is tricky because his problem before was the biology test, but his problem now is what? Tiago.
I think it might be C. He's distracted by noise.
Okay, so there you go. So we have to think about what is his problem right now. He's distracted by the noise while studying.
Yeah.
And then he's, of course, talking about white noise, blah, 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 which brings us to our next question. Okay, so there you go. There's a good example of a tricky question. Easy to make mistakes. You very much have to concentrate. The questions are quite literal. You know what helps me, actually, when I'm taking any of these tests, TOEFL, IELTS, whatever? I actually force myself to do this in real life. I force myself to read every question twice. I force myself to do this because you're under stress. These tests are timed. And, of course, you're stressed out because you need a good score. So I actually cognizantly, thoughtfully force myself to read everything twice before I actually answer the question. It helps me. Maybe it would help you. All right, so let's move on. Number 2, what has the man been using to create white noise? Oh, there it is. Hey, everyone.
There is a noise of the ice cream person.
Yay! Who wants ice cream? Who wants ice cream?
Me.
That's the ice cream man. I could run outside and get ice cream right now. Every day I miss the ice cream man, and it's you guys' fault. You and you and you and you and you. It's all your fault. Okay, all right. All right, back to the questions here. Russell, what do you think? What has the man been using to create white noise?
I missed the part.
Okay. Actually, this is easy to miss. Take a guess.
Television.
Okay. Now, everyone, you should be making notes as you go along. Actually, when I read this, I was also listening just like you, and I was making notes as I went along. So if I look at the order of my notes, TV was first. So I'm not exactly sure, but I would guess television. I'm just guessing because it's my first note. I'm making notes of examples. I wrote e.g., and then I just listed examples. Quick notes. Don't make long notes because, of course, we're trying to concentrate on the listening. But if you're making short notes, I wrote TV was my first note. Is that right, though? Anybody else? Anybody have a different answer than TV?
The radio, I don't know.
Oops. Sorry about that.
Should I have a question?
Yes.
It's about the question. When the sentence is at the end of the sentence, it says to create white noise. What is the sense of white?
White noise.
White noise? Oh, good. I was hoping someone would ask that question. Okay, prepare for white noise. That's white noise. Like the sound of static or a vacuum cleaner, for example, or driving in a car. Babies like white noise. They can sleep. You know, some babies fall asleep in the car very easily, or when mom is vacuuming.
Okay.
Notice I say mom is vacuuming, not dad. Yeah, what's a black noise? I don't know, Chiago. I'm not sure. If a tree falls in a black hole in outer space, is there any... I think that's a black noise. Okay? Not sure. Okay, does anybody have any other answer? What has he been using to create white noise? Do we all agree that it's TV?
I mean, they talk about radio, radiator, but I think he was using television.
Originally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I agree. And I wasn't, 1,000% sure, but when I look at my notes, I see TV is the first thing I wrote. So that's okay. All right, let's move on. Now ask one of your blah blah blah.
And he said it has to be better than the television, talking about the radio. So I think he uses the television.
Ah, right. So, okay, so he gives a reference.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Nice pick. Good job. All right. Okay, so in the part of the lecture where the male student says, I just bought my fan new this year. It's the quiet kind. The female student says, well, sure, I was, just giving an example. What does she mean when she says, well, sure, I was, just giving an example? What does the woman mean by this? Chiago, what do you think? Or actually, anyone.
Where is it? I don't have this part.
Where is it? I just made that up. Well, you know what? You don't even have to have that in the transcript. This is one of these weird questions where really what they're asking is, what does the person's intonation or phrasing mean in this situation? So actually, when I was just reading this for you, I was a little bit exaggerating the intonation. Well, sure, I was, just giving an example. So just think of it that way. What does that intonation mean? That sort of rhythm with the high and low pitch. I was just, giving an example. They don't actually mean specifically. Yeah, does anybody know the answer here? You guys
I think it's B.
Confused by this?
Yeah, she mean that he doesn't have to take that literally. I mean.
Oh, very good way. Very good way to put that. Excellent, Pablo. Yes, don't take it literally. And you could actually substitute that phrasing, Pablo. I was just giving an example. Don't take it literally. Means exactly the same thing. They're trying to test if you understand the English phrasing there. So actually, Russell is exactly correct. She was not specifically recommending a fan. She's just giving a general example. Okay, let's go to the next one. 4. Why does the woman suggest the man keep his window open? Yeah. Let's see. Alessandro, what do you think? The woman makes a suggestion, and by the way, in listening, in conversation, actually, you will do some listening parts in speaking, as well as the actual listening. Very important to listen to the suggestions or recommendations. There will be questions about them. So if you hear a suggestion or recommendation, make a note. It will be coming up in a question. Alessandro, do you have any idea? You might have been distracted since you were busy acting. Fernando, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, what do you think? Why does the woman suggest that he keep the window?
No, I really not. I don't know.
Okay, open question. Throwing this one out to the group. Anyone?
I think it might be C.
C, the noise from outside will help him concentrate?
Well,
I disagree.
He say he get drowsy when the radiator is on full blast, so that's why I guess she suggests to try to crack the window.
So, what do you think, Pablo?
Let me. Sorry, didn't check the options.
Yeah, okay. I can envision everyone desperately searching the transcript.
I think it's B.
B, the air from the fan may be too warm. I disagree with everyone. I think it's D. People study better in cool rooms. The woman talks about how there was a study that people can concentrate better when the air is cool as opposed to when it's warm. It's off the main topic of most of the listening passage. So this is why it's confusing. It's like a sudden she suddenly diverts, goes off topic. This is why it's difficult for everyone. I know it's completely not the main topic about white noise and concentration. It's a completely different idea. And the different idea is that people study better in cool rooms. The general idea, okay? All right. Anybody?
That's surprising.
What?
His percentage was 80 and his grades was C. How is it possible?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Okay, well, there you go. Some of the things that you will hear in the TOEFL test, or read, for that matter, in the reading test, are going to be weird or just stupid. Oh, God. In the speaking test, actually, the conversations that you have to listen to in the speaking test are just sometimes very irritating. You feel like you want to strangle the people in the conversation because they're just so stupid. Don't.
That's more difficult.
Yeah, they have problems that are just, just so dumb. You want to strangle them. That's not a problem, you moron. The answer's simple. Don't get distracted by that. Actually, when I'm teaching, sometimes I'm distracted by the fact that the people are so stupid. I forget to concentrate on the answers and the notes. Please don't let that happen to you. It actually happens to me all the time in doing this. I'm glad you brought that up, Russell, because it's a very valid point. It's easy to get distracted by that. Okay, let's look at the next question. What do the speakers imply is the major problem with the heating system? Gree, are you still with us? Gree?
Yes.
Hi. I'm glad you're still with us. You've been quiet, and I haven't really talked to you much. What do you think? What do the speakers imply is the major problem with the heating system?
See?
The noise is too loud. Okay. Would anyone disagree?
I believe it's number 8. Its controls are confusing.
Its controls are confusing.
It B. It's very old.
It's very old. I believe. Okay.
Could be a little bit of both. I mean, the
Or maybe I'm
controls are
confused.
confusing. It's very old.
Okay, so all right. Here's another trap question, another tricky question. It is making noise. I mean, they bring it up because the radiator's noisy or something. But beware of beware of C. It's too loud to drown out. Be very wary or nervous or cautious about very extreme statements. Really, if we take this, and again, take things very literally, what that means is it's so loud they could not even be having a conversation to begin with. If it's too loud to drown out, that actually says that you can't hear anything else. So that's a very extreme answer. Okay? So be very nervous in the TOEFL test about answers with words like always, never, impossible, too loud to drown out. The whole phrase there is very extreme. They don't really talk about the heat. That's not in there. And I'm sorry, but I don't remember anything about the controls. Am I wrong there?
No, you're right. Actually, it was when he talks about control, he was talking about that it's not easy to control the radiator. So he was talking obviously about the loud and the noise. I was confused. Okay. Yeah, it confused me.
Okay, all right. So, in other words, I would go with B. Actually, if you're confused in the TOEFL test at any point, listening, reading, whatever, actually, and you have a choice between specific information and general information, go with the general information. All right, answers tend to be more general. So, if you've done your process of elimination and you're torn between two answers, go for the less specific one. Okay? Actually, that's really good advice. If I don't say so myself. It usually tends to work out that way. And it's, sometimes they're trap answers, and trap answers tend to use more specific information. Okay, what? All right, okay, let's see. Hopefully we have time for one more, which is the next one with a male professor and a female student. Gree, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have the document? I know you do because you were reading it earlier.
Yes.
Okay. I would like you to be female student. Okay? I want you to read the part of female student, okay? You're going to be female student with a giant sombrero. I do love your hat, by the way. I want one. It's great. Okay. And let's see. Juan? Oh, do you still have problems? Okay, I know you got a few computer issues or something. How about Pablo?
No, I guess I can do it.
You can do it? Okay, all right. Juan, I would like you to read The Male Professor. part.
Right.
You got it?
Wait. Yeah, I got it.
All right.
Oh, second. Yeah. Okay.
Are you sure?
Oh, fuck. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I got it. So, okay, like here's. I can't believe it. Professor Blake gave me a C on my biology.
Oh, no. Hold on. Scroll down. We're gonna do the next one, which is. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a different. I forgot. It's my fault. I am sorry. I'm confusing everyone. This is totally my fault. We're going to look. There was 2 documents. I forgot. I put this on 2 documents. The second document is titled Drill 5. Totally my fault. I'm sorry. Agree. I'm sorry, everyone. So open the other document, Drill 5. We're going to look at that.
Since yesterday brief.
Briefly. Since yesterday's brief, yeah.
Right.
Okay. So, Gree, do you have that?
Yes.
Okay. And Juan, are you ready?
I don't have the another.
Okay. Who has that ready? Because we're running out of time.
Well, I have.
Thiago? All right.
Yeah.
Thiago's got it. All right, Thiago's going to do it. Thiago and Gree, take it away. Thiago, go.
All right. Since yesterday's brief introduction of the origin of banking confused some of you, today I would like to reveal it a little bit. Banking the way we know it today is a convenience. The money used in banking represents a certain amount of value, but the money itself isn't valuable. It's just paper. To see how we got here, suppose we think about a society far, far back in history. What would it have used before the paper money we have today?
Didn't they trade with the goods themselves?
Sure. The system of exchanging one good for another of equal value is called bartering. Bartering was common in early societies, first with essential goods, then with non-essential goods. By non-essential, I mean, for example, art or cultural objects. You might trade a curtain that had been dyed in a decorative pattern for some wheat. The curtain's decorative value isn't essential to survival the way the food value of the grain is. That's the first step toward a money economy, recognizing trade-worthy value in something that isn't essential to survival. Of course, you may see a hitch. Different cultures don't value the same decorations, so something could be worth a lot to one tribe and nothing to another. With food, that's not a problem. Everyone has to eat, but with non-sanctioned items, you're going to use something with cross-cultural value. Can anyone think of anything that would work?
How about gold? It's durable, easy to shape, and it's beautiful. Is that why culture started using it as a money?
Well, your voice changed, but okay. Well, you can refer to earliest trade with gold as money economy, but yes, gold is a perfect example. As society grew more stable and trade flourished, gold, usually molded into small ingots, gradually replaced the system of bartering. There were problems with gold, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, gold is heavy, isn't it? How did people carry enough of it around to buy things? And wasn't it dangerous? Like, you'd get robbed if people knew you had money with you?
Definitely. And by the way, I like when you change your voice. Hauling all your gold around was a real risk in early societies, when there were bandits roaming around and no police to help you. And as you know, gold is heavy and unwieldy. One advantage it has, though, is that unlike livestock or food, it doesn't go bad, so you don't have to use it immediately. Use it up. That combination of characteristics gave people an idea. They started leaving their gold ingots with gold specialities for safekeeping. The specialists stored the gold for a small fee, and they gave their customers recipes the way you'd get today. So you'd get something that said that you were the owner of such and such an amount of gold stored at this particular shop. The quality of gold from different mines varies, so the purity and density of your gold ingots, how heavy they were for their size, determined their value and would also be recorded. Then, when you wanted to use it, you just went back, gave shopkeeper the receipt, and he gave you your gold. Any questions?
Does it stop there?
Yeah,
Okay.
there is MS.
I have a MS, male student. I thought Russell was doing that. Okay, I'll do it. So, if you were storing 500 ounces of gold of whatever percent purity, you'd give the receipt back and get your 500 ounces of gold back, right? They kept it for you in your own little drawer or something?
Oops, again, I did make it sound that way. Thanks for catching that. No, you'd get 500 ounces of gold of the same period back. They would have equal value, but would not necessarily be exact same pile of ingots that you originally gave to the shopkeeper.
The shopkeeper would use the gold or lend it out while you were storing it.
Sure, and you can see how's that another of beginnings of banking as we know it. You wouldn't get back your very own pile of gold. You'd get back a pile of equal value. It was the value itself that was important.
So, how did it become like money? I mean, we're still talking about big, heavy stacks of things, and
Well, that's the last point. Eventually, people figure out that they could use their recipes from storing gold to trade with one another. If they want to buy something, instead of running to the gold shop, withdrawing gold and bringing it to another shop to pay for food or clay pots or whatever, they just give the food merchant a receipt for the appropriate amount of gold. The merchant could then cash it in for gold, and the trade would be complete. And that's the last major step. The receipts became the first real ancestor of the money we use today because they stood for value actually attached to goods somewhere else.
okay. Thank you very much. Yay. Okay. Yeah, Tiago, it's a long E. Receipts.
Receipts. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. I should not have done that. I didn't realize the word was going to come up 20 times. I apologize. I'm
No
sorry.
problem.
I didn't mean to torture you. Although, I enjoy torturing my students. I didn't really mean to torture you that much. Okay, a couple other quick notes. Tiago and everyone, trade-worthy, it's a voiced TH, trade-worthy.
Trade-worthy.
Some goods were trade-worthy. Worth trading. It's confusing because, of course, the word worth is the voiceless TH sound. It's worth a lot of money. But worthy is voiced, so very confusing. I know. He's worthy of the Academy Award. He's such a great actor. Thiago, I'm talking about.
All right. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. And one last word, unwieldy. Something is unwieldy. It's hard to handle. You wield a sword. You wield something. You're using it, actively using it gracefully, using it with skill. You wield something. So unwieldy means something that's really hard to use physically, or we can use it abstractly. Actually, the policy is very unwieldy. Means the policy is hard to use. Okay. And one last thing with gree, you lend it out.
Lend it out?
Lend it out. Okay, there you go. That was perfect. You lend something out. You let somebody borrow it. You lend it out. You're talking about lending out the gold. Oh, wow. We are too much crazy banter today. I ran out of time for the questions. Sorry about that, but maybe we have time for one anyway. Okay. Whoa, that was weird. Okay, so according to the professor, why was trade with non-essential goods difficult? What is again, here we are again. It's basically the topic we're asking for. And this is a question for anyone, okay? Because
let's see.
Different societies have different systems of value here. Okay.
Maybe A.
A. Poor societies cannot devote resources to making non-essential goods. Well, that's again, actually, my point when I said that, if answers are too specific, look at them with suspicion. 9 times out of 10, the more general answer is going to be right. So actually, in this case, I'm going to go with Rasa Al on this one. B is just silly. Non-essential goods are often large and heavy. Well, it doesn't actually really say that. Actually, it's talking about. That's not what it says at all. It's talking about gold is sometimes unwieldy. Decorations used by early societies, letter D, were too simple to be of value. That's not said either. So it's very easy to get rid of B and D. So once again, here I am with A and C, a quite specific point that was brought out and a much more general point. I'm going to go with C every time. Because he was illustrating the point in C. And I think A is, I think it was kind of said, but I'm uncertain about it. But in any case, it's much too specific. All right, you know what, guys? That is it. I've got to bug out because I gotta be somewhere like this minute. So thanks a lot for joining me, and see you guys next time.
Thank you.
Ciao.
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 Ciao for now. Okay. Thanks a lot. Everyone have.